Hey there, welcome to this tutorial. I'm Ben and I'm going to be guiding you through Fields of Gold, the song. Not actual Fields of Gold, although it does feel like that because it's so nice to play. Let me show you what you will be able to do at the end of this tutorial. Once we've broken down all the different elements that combine to do this. You'll remember me when the west wind moves upon the fields of barley. You'll forget the sun in his jealous sky as we walk in fields of gold. There's even a bit of tabs that we can have a look at too, if you're really in the mood. But first, let's start off with the intro, because we need one single chord for the intro, and that's a B minor 7. Now, do you know how to play a B minor 7? I'm just going to switch ukuleles because I like the color of this one, maybe for this song. B minor 7, yes, that is correct. It is index all across the second frets. But that's not really how we're going to play it just for the intro of this song. We are going to play it in a tricky way, but it's very rewarding because it sounds a lot like the recording. And it's middle finger on 4 of the G string, and then index on 2, and then these two fingers, 4 and 5, on the 5th frets of the two bottom strings down there. And that's the intro. So we've got lots of BM7s to start the song with. And then we've also got a BM7 with an added second. Basically what that means is that all that we're doing is we're switching position between our little finger and our ring finger here. And the ring finger's going on 4 and the little finger's going on 5. So basically, here's the intro. 4 BM7s, 1 BM7 2, which is a BM7 add 2, and then 3 other BM7s. So let's just play those once per chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, BM 2, 3, 4, third, 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth, 1, 2, and now the change, 2, and back to 3 BM7s. That's kind of what happens in the intro, except the bass also goes dum, dum, dum. Dum, dum, but we're going to go for this because we kind of want to create a mood for whoever's listening to us as we play. Now, of course, you can play all of this on a normal ukulele that's not yellow or electric. Now, actually, we can add a few things. A bit of rhythm, we're going to have a look at that later. But also you can add a bit of finger picking. If you just finger pick ring, middle, second, thumb per beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ring, middle, index, thumb. On our special B minor 7. And then once you've practiced that, if you go pretty fast, and then the change, and then we change back. That way you really set the mood in the way that's kind of like that lovely song from '93. Don't worry too much about the rhythm in this intro part, especially for now. Let's have a look at the verse, the real golden part of the song. You'll remember me. Now we are starting, you'll remember, to sing on, if you just put your middle finger, that we're not going to use actually for this chord, if you put your middle finger on the 5th fret, that's our Yule, and I don't mean by that Christmas time, I mean the part of the lyric that says Yule. You'll remember me. And there's no chords on Yule, but on mem, you'll remember. We've got a 4, index all across the 4s, and then in the middle we've got a 2 and a 3, kind of. You know what I mean, like 2 frets above the index, 3 frets above the index. We've actually got a 4, 6, 7, 4, which is our B add 2. It's a B, 5, plus the second. We're not playing the third. We're lifting our middle finger, not using it. Right, so 4, 6, 7. This is a very important chord because it's going to be at the start of every sentence. But first we sing, You'll remember me. Make sure all the strings ring nicely, because your index is actually busy for two strings mainly, the G string and the A string on the 4th frets. You'll remember me when and then we've got the G add 2. That's not too hard compared to the one we've just played. That's 4th finger here, 2nd finger here, and middle finger on the 3rd fret. So it's actually a 4-2-3-0. That's a bit loud. 4-2-3-0. That's our G add 2. You can practice the transition. And then we play that again for upon the fields of, and then we play a D for barley, barley, but we can also play a 7-6 open open. Bring your ring finger, it's quite important to use the ring finger, I'll tell you why later, on the 7. 1, 2, 3, 7, 6 open O. And then we've got this with the whole line. You'll remember me when the west wind moves upon the fields of barley. So upon the upon, you must play again the G add 2. And again the same chords. You'll forget the sun in his jealous D sky, normal D. As we, and here we've got a G add 2, which is different than our other G add 2. So let's give it a little star, and it's actually 4-2-5-2. So index is busy, a bit like when you play a B minor, for 3 strings here, and ring finger on 4, little finger on E string on 5, 4-2-5-2. That's a little special chord to go as we walk in. And then special A is 6-4-0-0, fields of gold. And then our special B minor 7 from the beginning, gold. And this special shape will help us do the da 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 da, right? So let's just play that again. You'll forget the sun in his jealous D sky as we, special G add 2, walk in fields of gold. Now I can show you what that would sound like with everything as normal chords if you're asking yourself, why are there so many difficult chords in one go here? Well, I think it's because it's pretty, and because also you can do it, because you're very good at these things. Otherwise you wouldn't be in this rectangle, right? You'll forget the, let me show you with not exciting chords. You forget the sun in his jealous sky as we walk in fields of gold. As we walk in fields of gold. It's not as nice as, I think. As we walk in fields of gold. There's lots of openness and probably beauty added to your ukulele playing with these chords in this way. Now, feel free to pause and to stop and practice and get acquainted with all of these, because I understand it's not easy. But now is the time for a bit of rhythm. Now, the main rhythm that you really want to incorporate, which you want to make second nature to yourself to be able to play the whole song, is not difficult. It's 3 numbers. It's 3, 3, and 2. And by that I mean do it with me. Don't be shy, as a cat said once. You just clap and clap loud on the ones, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. You see, it's 3, 3, 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Bum. And this is what we want for the whole song. You'll remember me when the west wind moves upon the fields of barley. You'll forget the sun. You see, even the lyrics, even the vocals, they are written following this rhythm of the song. So it shouldn't be too hard to play, because actually the vocals are aware of what's going on. It's not bossa nova or something. So let's just practice on a B sus2, which is 4, 6, 7, 4. And the way to play this, I suppose let's just start with some strumming, and then I'll show you how to do it as plucking also. Okay, let's go. 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Everything downstrokes, and we have loud 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's how to practice it. Sometimes I play down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. But it's easier to practice it all downs for now. And then the trick that you want to do is actually just still keep the movement. Now, whichever one you choose, either the down, 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 or the down, up, down, down, up, down, down, down. It doesn't matter. You pick one now, you make up your mind, and then that's for life. So once you've chosen one of those, you practice it enough so that you will have the movement kind of instinctive. And after that, you take away anything that's not a 1, which means you'll just have the tap, tap, and then we can play it like this. But I've always got this going on either in my wrist or somewhere in my brain or the body. Otherwise you'll move out of tempo, your rhythm won't be so good. But let's practice just the chords like this with this strumming 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You'll remember me when the west wind moves upon the fields of barley. So it kind of fits with the singing. Right now we're doing just the rhythm. And now in the second part, when we've got G add 2 and then D, and they're in italic. So italic chords are twice as short. They only last 2 beats each. But if the D, as you can see, it's got a little slash, it arrives early. What's actually happening is here on the G add 2 D, instead of going G add 2, G add 2, G add 2, D, D, they're sharing one pattern. So we're going G add 2, D, D. So the D gets 2 downstrokes, and the G add 2 just got the first 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 2, 3 for G add 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 for the D after that. And it's the same for the special G add 2 with the A star. Okay. Quite slowly, let's do the whole verse. I'll be singing and you just do the playing, because that's a lot already. But if you feel comfortable, obviously you can do that and juggle and bake a cake at the same time. 3. You'll remember me when the west wind moves upon the fields of barley. You'll forget the sun in his jealous change decay as we walk in fields of gold. Oh, for the tabs that go with this document of this special part, actually you can either let this ring or you can actually play the 1, 2, 3 during that. So whatever you prefer here, if you want to keep a bit of rhythm in the long notes, or if you just want to try and have it like the original, which sounds a bit like a harmonica or bagpipes at that point. So in the description here of the video you'll find the whole song sheet, and if you want also the whole songbook with lots of colours. But let me just sing to you, not the bridge, because that's really straightforward, you won't have a problem with that. With the whole I've never had promise, that you'll be fine for that. But verse number 2, just so we're sure everything's on board. But instead of using just the downs, I'm going to use a little plucking pattern that you also find in the document. And it's based on the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 also. So she took her love for to gaze a while again upon the fields of barley. In his arms she fell as her hair came down among among the fields of gold. And here, a little difference. It's not a BM7, we land on the D. So you don't have to go all the way back down again for the D, but you can go all the way up here on the 7-6-5-0, which is a D, but it's expanded itself up into ukulele space with an open string and 7-6-5 open. Among the fields of gold. Thanks a lot for following this tutorial. I hope that it gave you lots of new chords for your inner library and also a very nice way to play this really nice song. So feel free to let your thoughts be known in the comments and to go and get the whole document with the tabs and the plucking rhythm. That's in the description. So see you soon for more. Bye bye.